land van verlatenheid, in die klein Karoo, waar die bergwinde waai.
Now, many people's lives are just so impoverished when it comes to an input from creation. You know, we live an artificial life. We live in a concrete jungle. We live a world on plastic screens, you know. It's just a mass-produced life that lacks the basic input from creation that's meant to be a comfort, that is meant to be an inspiration, that's meant to be an understanding. I just want to read from Romans here. For since the creation of the world, his invisible attributes are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that we are without excuse. It's interesting to me, living on the land, to see that everything, absolutely everything, responds to love. And the cows are amazing, you know. When you bring the cows in the evening, when you have more than one cow and they can begin to form their structure, you know, you see the two cows standing there. One is the dominant, or the matriarch. She's in charge of the whole little thing, because unless you have a bull, but we don't keep a bull normally. And it's amazing how they start playing that social order. You know, the lower one will try to make friends with a higher one to gain favor or to gain a better position in the herd. So the lower one would come to the other one and would stand there, drop their heads like this. And what they're meaning is they're saying, lick, you know, lick. I say cow pace is slow, they're not in a hurry. So the other one's like looking this way and that way, you know. All the time in the world. And then eventually, you know, this one would nudge him. Come on, you know, lick, you know. This is their place of affection, is the neck here, you know. And the one would lick the other one, you know, and then they'd swap around and the other one would lick back. And that's the way they actually work their way up in the structure, is by showing affection. But there we go. They have a need for affection, you know. They have a need for affection. And they need to be loved. You put one on their own, man, they're very unhappy. You know, you put one calf on their own, they're lonely. They really are lonely. You know, living on a farm, we feed animals, we look after them, and you can clearly see that they respond to love. All animals respond to love. You know, it's not just the dog, the cows as well. And it's something many people don't realize. You know, I guess if you live in town and you don't have that much to do with animals, you don't realize it. But animals know you individually. They know you as a person. They don't just know you as a human being. They know you as you. And if a stranger comes there, they don't know who you are or who that person is. I mean, I feed my little rabbits every day. I go there, they're all excited. They see me. Somebody else goes there, they don't know. They like run, they hide away because they don't know who this person is. They know you. So, you know, there's the ability to know and the ability to love, to give love and to be loved. And it's universal, you know. We can say it just happened by accident, but that's impossible, you know. That's really impossible. So the only conclusion I can come to is, you know, God saying his invisible attributes are clearly seen by the things that have been made. You can clearly see it, and therefore you are without excuse. Because how do you quantify love, you know? How do you explain it, you know? So here's our great need, you know. All our great need is our need for affection, our need for love. And you think of the Godhead, you know. What must God be like? The love that exists within the Godhead. And you know for yourself, you know. We get tense, sir. Tension is a funny thing, you know. You don't necessarily tense about something. It just creeps up on you, you know what I mean? You find yourself cranked up, you know. There's only one thing in the end of the day that crank you down again. And that's love. I mean, love is the only thing that can get you down. That love brings security. It brings a sense of belonging. It brings a sense of destiny, It brings all those many aspects together in our lives. And at the end of the day, for each one of us individually, is to come to terms with who we are, what God has made you to be, They say, make peace with your adversary while you are still on the way. Our biggest adversary is ourselves. We have to go to God, and also do the same thing, like that one when he does this, he humbles himself, he makes himself vulnerable. It's, I need comfort, I need to be loved, I need to be accepted, I need to know that I belong. But he has to go and drop his head and expose his neck. And we have to do the same. We got to go to God. People can tell you amazing things about yourself, but you'll never accept yourself. But when God's love covers you, when God's love covers your weaknesses, when God's love covers your faults, and you experience God's comfort and God's love, that's the only time I think we really begin to accept ourselves. God's love, in that way, it's a relationship. You can't see it, but you can receive it and experience it. But when God uses a member of his body to express his love to you when you are most horrible and unlovable, that also changes us. It's a powerful thing, when another human being can say, it's okay, it's okay. It's not nice, it's okay. I accept you, Then we come to terms with ourselves. We can begin to accept ourselves. Like somehow, when we are with the Lord, we measure our relationship by the intimacy. Sometimes you really feel like you had an intimate time with the Lord. Somehow that scales much higher than you just have a casual time with the Lord. Sometimes you don't have enough time, you never get to a level of intimacy, but if you take time, then you get to that level of intimacy where you really feel very close. Tomorrow you need it again. It's gone. Today's love is not good for tomorrow. Tomorrow we need to be close again. One thing have I desired of the Lord, and that will I seek after. One thing have I desired of the Lord, and that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord, and to inquire in his temple, and to inquire in his temple. Shine the light of your countenance upon us, O Lord. Shine the light of your countenance upon us, O Lord. Let me see your face, let me hear your voice, let me gaze into your loving eyes. Let me see your face, let me hear your voice, let me gaze into your loving eyes. Let me see your face, let me hear your voice, let me gaze into your loving eyes.
Let me see your face. Let me hear your voice. Let me gaze into your